What's up, everybody? It's your girl Stephanie T with the Wife School Podcast. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I've probably been MIA. I've been streaming here and there, just being on so many panels, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, just being everywhere, trying to contribute to conversations surrounding relationships. And, I've just been learning a lot. I've been reading a lot, processing a lot, accepting some things, and also challenging ideas, you know. And I just come to the fact that I'm scared. I am scared of the condition of people. I think many are willing, but the scripture said the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Like the spirit of people are willing, but the ego, certain societal things is making them weak, making people weak, men and women lose heart, making them feel jaded about the whole dating, marrying. Is it even worth it? Like they're just saying those types of things, but the desire is there, you know. And that's why I'm out here, just trying to get an understanding because I wasn't there before. Like what you see now and on YouTube and things like that, Instagram, this wasn't who I was. I thought I knew what I was doing as a woman or a young wife. I got married at 24. I mean, we're kind of young, that's why women, get with older guys because they got a little experience and we can work some now and they can teach us. And not that it's malleable, but it's a teaching thing. And we are like in admiration of this guy, more stable and can help us and lead us, in our new home together, our new life together. And I don't think we get enough counseling. I don't think we get enough teaching and instilling, from our parents. Maybe we had a broken home, blended home. Um, Maybe we haven't seen our moms be wives because we've just seen her be a career woman. We just seen her work. So all we would associate with femininity or the first woman that we love is working hard. And there's nothing wrong with working hard, but turning it off, stopping to smell the roses, self-care, taking a vacation, decompressing, not stressing, you know? And, when we meet that with a man, so we only seen a one-sided view of working hard and things that apply to me because I have to get out and make it work for me. So when another person comes, such as a nice man, and he's trying to show you and give to you, it's kind of hard to be receptive because you've just been doing it yourself for so long. So it feels weird, it feels like, don't do that. But you can't let him do his duty to you if you don't just let him give and you receive. I didn't say take, receiving. I I believe puts us in, hopefully as a mature woman, gratitude, thankfulness, um, reciprocation, you know, and not just taking like, yeah, this is mine, I'm entitled because I'm a lady. Yeah, you better provide. Like, no, that's not beautiful. Okay, this very stink, and then turn their nose up at it. But I just wish that we would listen to each other more. The men would listen. I think they are listening, but certain, content creators make it hard for men to break up that roughness, break up that shell, you know, and just get to, just say enough so that we can have an understanding. You know what I'm saying? And women, if the men are being direct, don't take it as an attack. They're just, that's how a man sound like. Not talking about an a-hole or anything. I'm just talking about if he's direct and he gets to the heart of the matter, like, okay, I don't like you because your neck has 6 rolls, or you have an attitude, or every time I come home you nag. Like, that's his direct observation, and that's just how they think, that's how they talk. May not trying to be rude, but he's just saying logically, explaining logic. And I think we as women have to learn how to emotionally regulate ourselves, sit back and listen, listen, then talk. And then if we don't have an understanding, instead of whiling out, say, can you explain that again? Or I didn't quite understand. I need a little bit more clarity because I don't know where you're coming from. So that you can, maybe he'll go further into explaining why he said it. Not just because he said it, but why, and just being out here, just getting information is, yes, I just heard you make a statement, but okay, now why did you say that? And understanding a person's why, that's what makes us come closer. That can give us more understanding, because when you stop, listen, and learn and hear, you'll be, I'm telling you, you'll be able to just calm yourself. Because I ain't gonna lie, when I was married, my mouth was just very flip, and it was emasculating to my ex-husband. So we act like we never contribute anything. I'm not saying that women don't do things or they do things, but in my case, I know what I was doing. Oh, you're gonna get a piece of my mind, Chuck, and you're wrong because I'm right. But that wasn't the right thing to do. That wasn't the right thing to say in a moment. I needed to check myself. Sometimes we contribute to the demise of our relationship because we're just constantly thinking about ourselves and not the other person, not considering the other person, you know. And it really starts with that, just listening. And then it starts with re-educating yourself, identifying the traits of a man, identifying the mind of a woman, the emotions of a woman, the mind of a man, the emotions of a man. Does he even have emotion? Yes, he does. They're probably not as prevalent as us ladies, but they do have emotions, they do have feelings, and they do care in their way. And every man is different. So you have to get to know your man. All right? But I'm just thankful and grateful that I am here in this space, because I just wish I had a little bit more information, regarding femininity, not just being superficial with it, but actually living it as much as I can every day, actually being kind, actually, when in confrontation, knowing how to de escalate myself first and then the situation, or with other debates and disagreements with other people, to really calm down first, then interact, or think about what I'm going to say before I say it, because once you say something, you can't take it back, And the people that I've met and the thirst and the need and the desire for love, authentic love and relationship and community is so out there. It really is. Like when you just there with people, you can see that it's just oozing out of their pores. But as much as it can ooze, can I find somebody, a man? Can I find a woman of a like mind, like spirit, like values, like interest? And there's not a lot of those just lying around. That's why I'm like, well, we have to do re-education. You got to be rehabilitated. We complain about the results we're getting, but we don't do anything to change to get the results we want. And it's just plain and simple. I had to do this. Looking back at past videos and such, I was blown up. I gained weight over the past 2 years, over like 30 pounds, probably more than that. And I knew I had changed on the inside, but the outside did not reflect how I was feeling on the inside. So I was hiding. I was insecure. I put on big clothes to hide that I'm big. And, it was just, I didn't feel myself. So I had to invest in myself. I had to get back in the gym. I had to eat right and do those foundational things and those basic things and reconstructing my the way I treat myself, um, so that I can achieve those results for myself. Now I lost almost 40 pounds. I feel good. I was in pain. I was irritable. My mother was like, "You're much nicer," and I'm like, "Really? Oh my God!" But I probably was cranky, you know. Because I wasn't satisfied with myself. So if I'm not satisfied with myself, how can anybody else be satisfied with me? How can anybody else enjoy me? How can my children enjoy me if she's being a crank monster? If she's so tired because she's overweight and don't want to do nothing, lazy, lethargic, you know? But I think for the effort that I try, for the people that think like me, that love Black people, that want to see us thriving, or just give an encouraging word to somebody. It's all about re-education, unlearning all the bad habits, unlearning the things that got you off track, and relearning things that can get you on track and propel you forward. You know, I had to learn femininity. I consumed good content. I didn't consume content on I didn't need a man, or um, rappers that talk about he cheated on me, I'm gonna do him worse. He did it, I did it first. All that. I'm not listening and consuming none of that. Actually, I'm going back to my manufacturer. I'm going back to God. God, let me know who I'm supposed to be, because He's the one that made every one of us. He knows us better than anybody, better than our own mama. Okay, the one that can look deep in your soul. They say you need to get rid of that pride, that anger, that hurt from your father, that father wound, that mother wound, that narcissism. Yeah. And pray and get to really be aware of yourself and who you are. Because I know you want love. But if that person shows up and they're everything that you wanted, can you be everything for them? Can you do the same for them? Not from a broken or a lack mindset of insecurity, and then you do certain things so that they won't leave you, like desperation. No, we cannot come for love in desperation because we'll mishandle it. We'll mishandle ourselves. And that's not fair to that person. They may love you, but they deserve a whole person as well, a healed person, you know, because, we think we're ready because we're moving on and getting out there, but are we really? Are we really? You know? And this has been my challenge. I've liked a person, but he's out of state. Well, a lot of people are like the out of state, but excuse me. And but I know that people date demographically. I know that people move. I'm not quite sure if that's my calling, but if it is, that's my job to ask God. That's my job to seek God on that issue. That's my job to ask God to lead me and guide me so that my steps are ordered and that everything will fall in place. So if I did pursue anything going forward, it will line up. It will happen like boom. Wow. And people say, well, that must be God. Ain't nothing but God. So we really got to do the work on ourselves. Read, get books about, issues that talk about issues that you may have, that talk about relationship or what femininity is, how to do self-care routines, and what a mother is, and the family dynamic, you know, how to use your intelligence. Because, degree doesn't mean you're smart, but intelligence, is what our grandmothers had. They didn't have those college degrees. They just knew how to do it. They knew how to raise that family. They knew how to get all 10 of them all together. And everybody did good. And she made sure that they were safe, fed, and sheltered. And they grew up, and then they took care of her. So we can do it. I know we can do it because the human spirit is resilient. It's a matter of just if you want it or not. Don't go too far off the path where it just looks impossible to get back. You have to start today. Men and women, you know. But us ladies, that's why, it's a wife school of thought. The school right here. The school is all around us. The school is listening to a mentor. The school is listening to a man that says, "Hey, what do you think of me?" Like, "Oh, you're cool. Maybe you can just lose a few pounds." "Oh, that would make me attractive." Yeah, girl. There's no harm. There's no harm in making yourself healthier. Slimming down, things like that, and or just eating healthier, just treating yourself better and valuing yourself. And that doesn't mean just letting you get up on every flat surface and mate with anybody and sleep with anybody. You're worth it. Your body is a temple, and we should treat it as such. Are they worthy? Are they long term, short term? Hopefully long term. But let's have some standards and love ourselves. Exceedingly, abundantly love ourselves. So that people will love you the same way. A guy I dated, he's like, I love me. That's he would stop in the mirror and be like, yeah, I'm like, oh my God. But you know what? I treated him with respect because he respected himself. And we have to do the same for ourselves, and people will respect you. You stick by your boundaries and say, these are the things that are set in stone, and the people that can respect that will be the better choices for your life. And that goes with friends, family, everything. So I'm just ranting. It's a chat and chill. And when I just probably want to come on here and express myself. So this is my chat and chill. I'll try to keep it short, but I'm going to try to bring some more content and talk and get my ideas out because I do be all over the place and never be able to be direct and to engage with you guys. But I love you, ladies. I know you can, fellas. Um, I'm trying to get an understanding so I can tell the ladies, but you're valuable as well, and I love you too. And I hope you have a good night, morning, afternoon, wherever you see this video. And peace out.